Oh, finally, a solemn pledge. Defending shall be a dedication, spilling out a privilege. The waving which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we look to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness and of righteousness. Only her. It's only her. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till around with the land. Is our only home, only home. We must always strive to do what we ought to do, to restore back up our truth. Biafra is our only home, is our only hope. Biafra. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope. Biafra.
Yes, one. See, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live. Biafra Human Rights 4, we rightly refer to it as the child of circumstance. Most of you will not understand, but we are not in a hurry. So somewhere along the line, you will understand. Radio Biafra Extra is streaming live at this moment through Biafra Human Rights Radio. Biafra Human Rights Radio, the child of circumstance, is being anchored by Mazi Uche Ukafo Mefo. Nwoke Ukafo Uche Mefo, who is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Ukafo Mefo, when Nnamdi Kanu was heading Kaminikado, supposedly, when most of the Yahoo freedom fighters you see today were hiding, we on ground here call those of them which you've cut for me for simply said, I will not allow. It may have altered those words verbally, but I know the Creator has. But and by the special grace of Chukwukike Abiyama, I am George Onyibe. George Onyibe. My Facebook name, George Onyibe. I use my Facebook, Benjamin Madubugu, and call it Mazi George Onyibe. That's rubbish. And people will think I'm. But since I said it in one of my broadcasts, I think Mazi George Onyibe is not pushed in much. But don't worry. Don't worry. Our people must understand that a nation that is built on falsehood cannot stand. The reason Biafra has not come up to this moment is because it is surrounded by evil men and women. We shall exploit that area as we proceed. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And I repeat, where I come from, we don't betray ourselves. Forget about those people who are trying to be what they are not. They are being rewarded already. Josephine Eriwa, who told you I stole her money, she has been promoted. If he is coming, they will promote all of them. Of course, okay, Foreign is the Yahoo minister of Nnamdi Kanu Biafra. All of them will be, you think they don't know what they are doing, but one thing they should count on is that our as that of Azum Pama. Where I come from, we don't betray ourselves. Our ancestors taught us, if you cannot flow with somebody, leave that person alone. Am I saying we are better than anybody? No. I'm just saying we are who we are. Know thyself. So for your information, there is nothing to hide. And of course, as always, I welcome you, wonderful Biafran, wonderful watchmen. Stand the time that. Let me acknowledge the Creator before we proceed. And as always, I say to him, Anyina jage mau makanes nebo som nanya yomage o iwe gembangwe o nyidikage Ebo Alpha no Omega, Anyinine na sena nedema. He say. My father once told me that a child that does not have parents learn advice from those that have parents. making effort trying to go back to your root, but it will not yield us anything. The evil people already know I am exposing them. I am not in a hurry. One weleni nele nedi a bending when nele nedi na donke wodon yakwe one and wodon. But you won't understand, and I don't expect you to understand. We will go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled The Consequence of Our Inactions. The consequences of our inactions. There are a lot of things we are doing now, but not until we begin to reconsider its consequence upon us as a people. Some of us will not repent. They think it's about Nnamdi Kanu. They think it's about Uchimefo. They think it's about Obidio Obieno. Some of them think it's about Omiumio, Wazurike. Our actions this day has sent forth a ripple effect into the future. Our inaction as the point is that they have consequences. You see, as a reverend, one of the dogmatic topic that confuses us, which we eventually at the end of the day, we classify them on a topic like religion dogmatic. There are some things you cannot define. And so when we get to that level in them to as today use we refer them as separatable, inseparable. There is the issue of marriage. People say it is a union, it's an institution. But somewhere when you find definition from the religious aspect, the marriage cannot be considered as an institution. For many reasons, I don't always refer to as institution. That having been said, I want to bring our mind, first of all, back to institution to enable us appreciate that there will be consequence of our actions this day. We actually fully negotiated the consequence of our action this day before we enter this part. So when we see what you are doing today, we have prepared our mind 1,000 years even before we were born. For we were meant for these very days. You will understand at the right time. When you talk about institution, one of the greatest institutions that I've seen this earth is the Catholic institution. The Catholic institution has faced different challenges in different time. And from the very day the apostle handed over the baton, I will not come here and tell you that all the Pope and the rest of them have done the right thing. But in the midst of their errors, they were able to that hold the Catholic Church very firm together till today. The smallest city in the world is the Vatican City. The most advanced technological microscope that can even see hellfire is managed by the Catholic. It is called Lucifer. And then I can begin to tell you about so many things. The Catholic Church was able to be the most reliable, the strongest institution in the world. More than the Wall Street Bank, more government, only God is bigger than them. You won't understand, and of course it's not an issue to debate. And of course, having studied the church history and how they were able to survive all this ordeal, to one point that they were able to build an institution. This institution enables them to create rooms and avenue for any challenge that will emanate in the future. And today, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, these people remain unmovable. We all know the truth already. They will remain there. If you like, say, Pope do this one. If you like, say, you one father. If you like, mock them. even when most of them know that some of the activities are not okay, but for the sake of that institution that enables all of them to fall into balance, they call you a bluff. And then our people must understand what institution is before we can be able to benefit from our discussion this evening. If you try to define institution and then you want to remove organization, it is somehow confusing. But rather, let us agree, let us believe that when we talk about organization, when we talk about institution, then you use the word organization. Institution is an organization founded for a religious purpose, for educational purpose, for professional purpose, or for social purposes. Now, it falls under every category or areas of life. It could also be an establishment of law, ethics. When you talk about institution, it covers every area. These are of individuals for the sole purpose creating a system. When we joined IPOB, and how everything works, build an institution that will shelter the Biafran people from its length and breadth. When we look at the people we have considered as intelligent, we almost lay down our guard. Because what we need as a people is to build an institution that will have regard for a Nyoma man, an institution that will have respect for Efik man, for Ibibio man, for Anang man, for Eka man, for Idoma man, for Bobora man, for Tinapa man, for Mbitoru man. An institution that, though very complicated, but yet it has the normal divine shock observer that will carry all of us. And then we move. But then the more we look through the veil, through the curtain, into the inner chamber, we see a lot of things are right. And believe me, my broadcast is not to create division, but to help us understand that it doesn't matter how long it takes. We were glad that an institution is going to be built. And of course, in my annual broadcast, I will also reveal this truth. Because there are reasons why we have to reconsider these things so the next generation can survive. World Igbo Congress, I jump up. Hey, we are endorsing security Yahoo. But from that very day, they endorsed the security Yahoo. Come to that later. I will come to that later. Building an institution that will enable us to form. If I come, man, a lot of people are going to call me hypocrites. A lot of people are going to say, no, he can't see this guy, but Yoruba will. It doesn't find me. Actions already justify me before the Almighty Creator. But believe me, if you're expecting me to say that, then you make a mistake. Onyibe. I'm an Igbo man and I remain one to the end. But go and find out the meaning in English. Now, why am I bringing it up? Trying to build an institution was the reason why we are in IPO. Igbo don't recognize me as Igbo man. For your information, I was privileged to be in a meeting with some of them in the time past. And when I one of the world woman leader, I don't want to mention her name now, stood up immediately and was like, I was a Kwandi. It wasn't Nyangudu who calmed that atmosphere. But I understand the balkanization of the Biafran nation. And I thought that is what Nnamdi Kanu come to set right. Yes, come to set right. Yahoo Yahoo ne na ya anya. Yahoo Yahoo okay foreign. What's up Poland? Akiron week in Yoshi. All of them. And somebody said, no, you gonna talk without. No, I need you to understand that they are nobody. They are nobody. But what will I gain to run anybody down? But since that is what they want to do, for the sake of the next generation, we will do the undoable. You people don't know what is coming. No? The day you call Biafra, you now add us. You now add. You should have known that you face the truth once and for all. You will struggle, but you don't know the consequence of your action. That is why you are still deceiving. You are deceiving us. And you want to you don't worry. Don't. Like I thought we create an institution, a body of people who had the capacity to view into the future, design the challenges, capable, some of the pendulum of chaos as we are seeing today, and then are able to navigate within the problems of life and lead us to a successful and peaceful harbor. We throw our support on them. You know, they don't even. They are busy telling you I am PhD holder, I am professor. Now, let me tell you. When I understand that what we go through in Africa is not an institution, academic institution, I choose to. When they tell you this is an academic institution, not for Africans. They are still teaching you the same fusion and power that they taught those people who went to school in 14th, 16th is what you are still learning. That is not an institution. In Africa here, as a surgical doctor, they are still teaching you the same way they use Kai and Ogogoro to operate surgical operation on somebody in 1321 is what they are still teaching you. This is not an institution. They kept us in the dark. English, for instance, continually advance. That is why you have advanced learner dictionary. Every day they upgrade even their language. If Onyibe will upgrade their language, you think it's their technology they will not upgrade? You think they will not upgrade their technology among others? And then in Africa, nothing like upgrade because we don't have institution. They nail us one way, 6 inches nail. Bam. And then tomorrow you think you will solve the problem of Africa when you have failed to build an institution. I was happy. That is what they come to build. But I thank God now we know. Now we know. What do we do? Try to take some time to create a scenario to enable appreciate sensitivity. It's not about being perfect. It's not about its weakness. It is about purpose. I unlearned myself when I noticed this. And so everywhere we go, without a present of a structure known as future, a structure known as institution, with one leg and all. Remember, like I told us earlier, our topic this evening is simply titled The Consequences of Our Action. Many things lead us to where we are. We will not leave any stone unturned. Our actions has consequence. Considering the recent happening in Olo, Imo State, which most of us has placed behind us already, and think that that is how it will end. So we fail to reevaluate our position as a people. Early morning, the Nigerian army, as always, has fallen on the street in Olo, and then some IPOB misguided fellas are jumping over. Our Eastern security. I thank God Eastern security have no place in Anyoma land. All those things you people are doing inside community, Let us pray you have genuine intention. The day you make param and you can just up you don't know Anyoma Defense are watching all of you. We don't make noise. Because Anyoma land has not been part of the eastern region. So you people did not know Nnamdi Kanu was selling all of us already. He removed Radio Biafra, he turned it to community app, IPOB community app. He want to own a media platform like Showore, and then he can be attacking Yoruba with our help. Run multi-million-dollar media empire. He will not achieve it in his lifetime because he has killed many people to be able to project it. Look. And so we are not against any. Never again are we going to stand by and let you people sell us. We may appear stupid, we may appear irrelevant, very uneducated, but you will know the stuff we are made of in the end. Allow us to show you how God really is. He among you who must be the leader. You think it is braga? That is where you fail. That is where you fail. Most of you have placed it behind some group. And then, we are formidable. We are. Look at all the people who died. Understand. Any government that cannot provide security, protection of life and property for their people is useless. It doesn't matter how much they try to launder their image. I will encourage all of you to follow Justice Marere on Facebook. Of course, he belongs to George Onyibe, my very self. Look at how they react when you make a post. That is the level of mentality Nnamdi Kanu have reduced everybody to. Some of us, we keep our brain on that check. You won't understand. But we will cure them. Just go to my page. I'm talking to other Africans who are not Biafran, not just Biafrans. Of course, I'm talking to the Yoruba. I am talking to the Hausa Fulani. And then you see the sorry state Nnamdi Kanu has placed all over. Because all of you, as what some of you are going to do that in the future. But if you think the next generation, we are folding our hand and watching all of you yahoo, and then you got to think again. I'm not in diaspora. I am seeing you all the way here in Biafra land, the land of my bed. You won't understand. Of course, they don't condemning Nigeria, and I've not played audio because I'm still waiting for them. And my time, I gave to them will be. I'm a man of my by now. So the earlier you expose me, the better. The edit audio, video, all the people must understand. To understand damage that has been done to the brain of our people. Look at how they talk on Facebook. Now they have killed innocent people in our law. Then the next thing they are killing us, they are killing. When they are killing you, they are killing us, and we are still shouting they are killing us. The next thing you do is you go to front of United Nations gate and snap picture, and then you go to Amazonia and Biafra, sign agreement to war. The next no get sense. Is that why we came in here? From the very day we entered this journey, thinking you people are sincere people, we pledge to die if that is what it takes. We have communed with the Almighty Creator, that if in His infinite wisdom that the sacrifice of our life is what He demands, so He can free our people, then we will gladly lay down our life. And then all these yahoo are making money. When I tell you, say, instant security, thunder. Very soon, the consequence of your action, you are not even yet ready for it. All of you are saying, what Igbo Congress don't come. Look at you. Look at the so-called World Igbo Congress. Are you Nnamdi Kanu? Are you building security for Nnamdi Kanu? Or you want them to think Nnamdi Kanu is relevant? And you can John Odomo remove. He has betrayed our people. For almost 4 years, people like me, people like Mazemefo, people like Ubibe, people like Okado, we confronted them with the truth. We fought. In the public, And that is why Moses said, hey, this year, why did you not say? This year, I didn't say, you blame me. Now I am saying, you are still blaming me. Or the joku, joku no acho no ku adowo ma. Ma o mena nyi bia ime ihe na nyire meme. No nyi che maru chukwu ya weri ndu anyi. Sony ono re meme ihe ono se nunu re anyi kobo toro epini. Inu re mu wonu maka so sure you know ajogris we okay. You don't understand. But of course, we must continue. Our actions has consequence. All of you have gone inside. Just want to believe that the people from Olo will make it to ensure that peace reign there. It is not because we are afraid. It is not because we will not reciprocate. It is not because we cannot defend our territory. But it's because if we must die, let us choose how we die. Not one person come throwing chaos just to boost his media platform. It's unfortunate. Let us try to recap some of the things that has happened in Biafra land for the past 4 months now. You will see the mess that has not been cleared yet. Over. Now the Kanu came out one day and say, oh, I raised dragonfly. Is it dragonfly or dragon flag? A monkey and babu, originally as the Kanu called them, started jumping. Oh, we have raised it, we are killing police. Go to Olu, dragonfly. And so many people died. In as much as I don't want to call name, I am a member of IPOB. I was a unit coordinator. I was a zonal coordinator. I was at the same time a treasurer. They didn't say I'm a TIFO. And then I am a local government coordinator. At the same time, a deputy state coordinator, River State. At that same time, I was national. At the same time, I was the. At that same time, I was African rep. As I was a member of the DO. Made also a assistant secretary of the DOS, secretary, of course. So many positions. I never blackmail anybody to be there. Just not being proactive is understatement. I was available. And now, we are the one. As I am, I say this thing. What about Uchemefo? What about the Obidio Benu? And then we are not ignorant people. In so many of my broadcasts, I will say, anything Nnamdi Kanu asks me to do, I will do. But go back to those broadcasts, you will see, I will end it with a clause. He's not the one who will do it. If he asks me to die, I will go and die before now. If he asks me to jump inside the well, I will go and jump. He should not be the one doing it. Now he is the one doing it. He's not giving the order anymore. And now you know why we took our stand. You that is a recruit, you don't have sense. You are not in the position to tell us what is happening. There is one of our brother from Akwa Ibom in America. Is it Clinton Odo? In one of his broadcasts before now, he said, I want to apologize to all of you. All of you we have asked to come out. To come out. I wake up and I see I was lying to all of you. Please forgive me. Things like that breaks my heart. And we have called all of you, beckon on all of you, come out. But my happiness go with your senses. Let's defend the next generation. And so I have not deceived anybody. The issue of fighting for Biafra must continue. We are not going to back. But re-evaluating, reinvestigating our leaders. Erase dragon flag. Those of you in Enugu, you know how many people are off his phone. China Sanguru, intelligent Emu, Biafra land. He off his word. It's a matter of time from there. Prophecy, Jacob said to his children, yes, you will serve your brother for a while, but later on you will break his yoke off your neck. The yoke of IPOB may be on you. It's just a matter of time. You will break the yoke. Those of you in Enugu, you know what I'm saying. Chinasa office. All the little boy. Look at those ones they attack in Enugu that they say they are doing training. Are you people not ashamed that these are children between 15 years and 20 years? Those are the men of Funande Kano. The men. Those you assassin, I'm waiting for them. The man. When you say the man, look at a whole supposedly World Igbo Congress fooling themselves. Yeah, they run out. You want to give him moral for where we did? My man, look at the ones Nigerian government got. These are orphans. Maybe the actions of IPOB may of the hardship imposed on us by Nigeria. You take advantage of their predicament. Those of you on Facebook that are Awusa Lamajiri, today, all those people leading Awusa Fulani, they think that reconditioning this next generation to abject poverty will keep them on the throne. But they do not know that there is a power that sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. He is the one who shapes our way. The next generation, of course, will break your yoke off their neck, and you people will cry daily for your action. This is exactly what they want to turn Biafrans into. My man. Very soon, I will be playing their audio. They will. We know how it works. No? A lot of my friends will come and say, this is how low, this is what's not. Because they think when you curse me, and then the whole world will not believe us. The word of God is sharper than two-edged sword, being able to defense, just let it go. When Nnamdi Kanu was saying the truth, when he broadcast on Radio Biafra, every dead body rise up. Look at him today. 2002, 2003, 2004, you are advising Yoruba. Come and advise also. You are addressing, I want to address middle belt and Otoro belt. It's unfortunate that people we are looking as moral standing individual have become nincompoop. It's unfortunate. Let me not digress further. Let us continue. Some of this mess, in the last 4 months, after Dragonfly, they went to Ebonyi. They said they will be our action men. They behead policeman head. Do you know how many people that died? The same man went to Obibo, initiate crisis. All of you were shouting, Wike is a Hitler. Wike is a Hitler. I made a post. I said, now, it's Wike. After Wike, he went to Uchimefo. And then who is massacre? Our boys, it will not happen again. Although they are waiting for you, it will not happen again. You people don't have sense. If we want to do and make we do and once and for all, chop the food, clean the plate, and move on. This man, what it's a good experience. Paid for it. Mother died at the age of 78, and when she died, she never had a bank account. And I asked her, I said, Mommy, why is you don't have bank account? She said during. And I know that one of her buildings there is story building. She bought the land when she was 25 years old. So if my mother has already owned property in a town, one of the oldest town in Africa, Boji Boji, most of you don't know. One of the oldest town in Africa, standing side by side with Bado, among few other Zulu communities somewhere in South Africa and the rest of them. We've been there. If she can own property in a time like that, as small as she is, and then God, she was not poor, but she don't have a bank account. I have followed my mother to where they sell car as a child. I still remember some of those vehicles. Tear rubber. She bought trailer one time, 11,200 naira. The wrapper, the bag she tied on her waist is where she counted the money. 11,200. That is what they said tipper in the 80s and 79. Most of you don't know. Tear rubber 504 is like 4,000, though depending on who the dealer you are buying from. So I followed her. She go lose that bag. She will lose it. Buy motor. Today when you buy Tokumbo, you they reach shooter. But what am I trying to say? She never had a bank account. She's not poor, but yes, she don't have a bank account. We all paid the price one way or the other. A woman always tell me, all my siblings died. I'm the only. We're still living with the pain. And then somebody talk good of talk good of. They have not shown remorse for one, and I mean them no evil. And what I'm saying in effect is, if we got God will do money out of us. IPB community. Now it's your own radio. On the blood of our people, we are waiting. In the past 4 months, from Enugu, everybody, hey, we get evil. And most of you, all these low, hopeless, telling you, hey, you see, a city that is built on falsehood will not stand. You will see, you will see people you hold in high esteem. They will come on radio and say, hey, Onyibe is taking Wike. We saw him. He was pointing to our people. Guy, the only thing that brings us together is that we can identify in our suffering. Why will I do that? I have a friend. They went back to their home recently. They just drove her from school because she can't pay for the accommodation. They are suffering. Why will I do that? Why? Why will I be such horrible? Now, Nandekano, we sit back and encourage those things on our Hello platform where we used to worship, has become where we gossip, and all of you are still comfortable. You're not seeing the danger coming. They will touch one person they are not supposed to touch. And then the Hausa, Fulani, and Yoruba of one Nigeria will not even need to send army to anywhere. They will just sit back and drink wine while we do the job for them. You know, people don't have sense. Go to Radio Biafra now. All they do now is lie. Are you not tired? They're close to 80 years, if not more. Suppose a mother. Her age is affecting her brain already. And that tout calls himself, is he? Madam, and those gangsters, I will not resign. I will stand all of you, no matter the humiliation, no matter what you do. I will stand all of you. In the end, you will sack me, you will expose me. I'm telling them, we go nowhere. Die here, not me. You people don't know the fight we fight there, but we are not fighting to win. We're fighting so all of us. Anything they did to me, they will not do it to another Biafra. It's a promise. Today they are afraid now. Don't anything you want to do, they can't do anything. They are afraid. Because they never understood that all more about building cinema big. They thought that we just destroy Onyibe, we will destroy Onyibe, then we move ahead where? Did you know what we went through to put you on that ivory tower where you think you are God? We've not started yet, don't worry. Then after a week, the next time, we are this one, we are this one, we are that one, we are this one. Why are we doing this to ourselves? There is consequence in everything we do. And then finally, I just be back.
Is only her. Is only her. To do going on the same and to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Is our only hope. I was to do what to do to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra.
We can only get better. We have fought. We will keep fighting. That in the end, every son and daughter, the Biafra next generation should be able to walk across the street in the whole world with their head lifted high because they are the sons and daughters of their parents. Maybe you don't understand. We are just doing things. You are not considering the consequence. You are not. Because to you, it's all about your ego. Now, where is Olo? Our man, we greet you, we recognize you, we are abacans you, oh, we are formidable. And you are the same person. They are killing us. And now with all these things happen to some of us, it is our way of advertising our people or showing our propaganda, as you see happening already. So now we are formidable. An institute for God. Will you build? No. The advanced understand that they must the blacks. It doesn't matter whether you are black American, you are black African, you are black Indian, you are black Chinese, you are black anything. Misery. So they built institution to justify all their scalawa. And it's working for them. That is institution. The food and go scot-free because as you think they are, institutions enable them to create shock observer to manage any situation. We need to build an institution. Cabal. So now you are right. Oh, they are killing her. Oh, what happened? No, the word must talk. Who is the word? We are the word, and now we are talking. To some of us, it's a means of boasting. our morale, claiming that we are not what we are. You are boasting. Cannot happen. I'm telling you, those of you from Olo, if you don't call your community organizers and tell them to be on the lookout, you don't know what is coming. When this started, not because they were wrong, but because they were under a wrong government. Obasanjo issued an order that ODB converted to a car park. And then some say, hey, we show you we are Niger Delta. Of course, if that is who we are, that is who we are. They will send Olo back to 20 years behind schedule. It's not because they could be justifying their action, because they feel they have the power to do that. Because you have the power to beat somebody up does not give you the right to do so. Don't be of you are just a Yahoo. We do this. You will not. Our men are formidable. Hungry, they kill them. The few ones there, they are hungry. That will be the men. Oh. They are hungry. They can pay house rent for you and use your destiny. Look at Josephine Erewa now. Wow. Who blackmailed me? She has been promoted. IPOB welfare. And then this is the freedom you are looking for. But God is exposing them. Why did they do so horribly? That is a witch. And then you think you are fighting for Biafrans, you need to think again. To most of you, or to most of Nigerians, what is happening in Olo is a privilege for them to undo our people. They have built institution that makes all of them understand their position in the end. This is privilege to undo us. If I am fighting for survival with what I know, I meet 3 men in an island, and my survival depends on one of them. If they speak Yoruba, or speak Hausa, or speak Igbo, I think naturally the Igbo woman will be my alternative. That may not be alternative as Yoruba or Hausa. Because Alionia Wondwa is being killed. Makaniwa we bui mi wa kwa imi wa talk are here to create institution that to Nigeria, this is their us. You people should begin to wonder, isn't Nnamdi Kanu working for Biafra or is he working for Nigeria? What for Igbo Kanu personal guide? Some of you is endorsement because they put the word Igbo. Who is this word Igbo? Professors without going to school. Yeah, professor, you are happy. You are happy that you are endorsing armed struggle for proscribed people. What Igbo Congress never said anything when they say IPOB is a terrorist. Of course, which is one of the greatest blackmail and lie of this century. Where were you? So you people were the ones sending in Nnamdi Kanu what he's doing. Now I'm not an Igbo man, what Igbo Congress, because you don't recognize me as one. So your Eastern security, is it for you? This thing you people are doing, you are not checking the consequence. You think you have issued press communique, and that is where it will end? We shall see. Muzzle up your assassin. Muzzle up everything you have. you will understand that there is a power that shapes our way. Very pathetic, shameless people. And you're happy. They endorse us and they endorse. Somebody said, when you finish your bullet, we will know where you get it. And all these things you are doing, you forget we know you like we know the back of our hand. But each time we look, we see our brothers. They are misguided. We hope and pray that God, Elohim, original Elohim, not the one that they cannot call and lie, will guide them back home. You don't know there is consequence. You don't. We have seen these things happen. A bit of our time to digress. During the today began to happen. Ojukwu was a disposer. He was one man. And one of his greatest men and women around him who he would have formed alliance with. As we are talking today, we are supposed to be celebrating our advancement. Ojukwu in Anambra State then arrested all the progressive. Arrested all of them. He placed them on house arrest. All of them. Professor Ben Wabwezi, Amechi of Umpo, people like Asekopa Beranawe, all of them, he placed them under arrest. On no condition should they travel beyond 10-kilometer radius from their house. At least Ben Wabwezi is alive. Amechi in Umpo, Anambra is alive. And so, who was reasoning with him? Some of his family members who ate ammunition money as a P2B, Anambra State governor now give fine boy jeep. Now them be holy people. Now we be the saboteur. Then we the same governor then they call saboteur, they give jeep. Now them be men of God. Now no get sense. Ejiko surrounded himself with people who will not give him a contribution, advise him that will give Biafra. Died. He avoided Nigeria in its totality. As a general was not defeated in war. I won't take any contract from Nigeria. But idiot, can you remember to that time you think you are program guy in our land? And then he gave the option, he gave birth to the original balkanization of Biafra land. These people were people to infuse the enemy among us. They went to Guni, they brainwashed them. They went to Bayelsa, they brainwashed them. They came to Anyoma land, they brainwashed everybody. Bender State then, they brainwashing properly. Because your action gave birth to them. But we understand the consequence of the action today. All of us. The same way, that is what I always tell all of you pushing me. The highest you can do is to push me to the enemy to look for help. And I will make sure. But of course, we will not get to that level. There is consequence for our action. Today, look at it. Just look at it. There are things I don't want to say. But it's become reality. It's happening already. IPOB just living in a past glory. As we speak, more than 75 to 90% of Biafrans have pulled back because they are seeing the truth already. You can China, so of course, can send this. But that you know the truth. You know that which is left. I swear in IPOB leadership, those gangsters are called idiot, led by Nnamdi Kanu. With what I saw there, I will spend the rest of my life fighting against the restoration of Biafra. Like I said, I close my eye in death now. I will I have. And those of you good Igbo men, breed Igbo, don't let them defile you. They are in our midst. It's unfortunate that it is Umwekwenso that is calling him Mochuku. Imagine all the juju Nnamdi Kanu give truthful people to swear. He also create people he did not give oath to take. So those people can kill us. We will not respond. The influence and implication of divine principle, which said that when the leader, the people are removed from under oath to obey them. Have you considered the consequence of what you are doing? You are somewhere in Europe. You still have some of us you are using on ground. Yes, it's my boy. Go and do this. They are on Facebook. Don't worry. They will know the truth. Have you considered the position of the casualty, the victim in a case like this? Have you considered them? They are not anywhere. They may be weak for now. We will analyze what I have put in this struggle. If not that I have seen the end of what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, it's almost impossible for me to resist. It's like some of you are doing. You have contributed money. You are like church builder. Do you know what they do and make you finish all your blood, vitamin C? Of which you don't invest time, energy, resources, you then become a complete idiot for the church. I am a reverend, but I do not do that. They take your free will. That is the same pattern Nnamdi Kanu is using for people have died. It's not people who have died. It's your contribution considering. And then you are blinded to the truth. But let me tell you tonight that I have sacrificed more of you. But compared to the love, it's with I gave it all. Even when IPOB banned me from going to IPOB meeting, my monthly due, I send it through my brother. I have a house I cannot live. I have cars I cannot drive. I have children I cannot associate with your husband and wife now. All because of IPOB. A reverend without a church. A former general overseer. Go to George Onyibe bank account with Bank PH. You see, since DSS released me, it has been up. Go to First Bank among others. And so when some of you see account is using to take money, are you people not ashamed? Are you people not ashamed that I that used to run account that you have millions going through it? Since DSS released me, they have flagged it up. Have you wondered for almost 7 years how I survived? And then Nnamdi Kanu is working hard to show you people that Onyibe have sacrificed also. But if we lose our way because we want to embrace the bragada of one idiot or Kanu, then everything we labored for is gone. I am so happy that in a time like this, I am out to register my displeasure for Nnamdi Kanu. And then, you may call me anything today. Tomorrow, you know I'm not a hypocrite. I'm very happy for the position I found myself. Somebody told me, you don't know it's God that is making this thing to happen. Biafra will come. If you like, turn today to tomorrow. It's not, Nnamdi Kanu cannot give us Biafra. He has finished his sensitization. So he cannot go there. He wants to destroy everything. That is consequence for our actions. This we must not forget. Those widow, those orphan, those jobless, I have covered for IPOB to the extent that I am guilty of crime I know nothing about. I say, hey, but you Biafra. Ike Chukwu Biafra Land National Coordinator, 9 they give order. Should I have start crying? Or if we soon no ya? Now they cannot humiliate me to the extent that is as the almighty African rep that I am. Who is a Biafra national? I want to go to meeting. Maybe he will call on Nandekano. Nandekano say, don't let him go. Who is he? Oh, so when he likes, he tell me to go. When he does not, he stop me based on order from above. Or than there are mad people. But I am not against Ikechukwu because I was there. I know what Chidebe Onwudiwe went through. Ikechukwu don't even know anything about the struggle because he suffered greatly for the struggle. He was arrested. And then I had his son it just lost his son. Ikechukwu, I'm sorry about that anyway. But because I want to be your friend will not stop me from saying the truth at the right time. But most of you don't know. Oh, it's formidable, it's formidable. And you didn't say Kenny. This Yahoo is gallivanting from one hotel to another. Now they sleep with people's wives. Now they accuse us. Nonsense. So I begin to avoid them because I can't help them. Money across. Who help them? You think you can use them and dump? You walk. And you claim holiness. Don't worry. These people, I must remind you that they are regrouping. They are regrouping. From the system that have created their predicament as a result of their selfishness. Look at how Nandekano addressed Biafrans. Some group of people say they are Biafran defender. Nandekano jump on the mic. We don't know Biafra. Your father named na Biafra, idiot. I come to broadcast. I say, I am Radio Biafra. Is there anybody we are not saying don't broadcast? You cannot answer Biafra. You be idiot. You know get sense. I know they diaspora. All those things when they plan, you go touch on a family member. With the profile on us, they profile us. Make sure you don't make that move you are planning. Because even your sister where the police no go, they save. If you know what make our own family save. Not to talk of fine boy. Not to talk of Ungwaman, China Sangoru. Not to talk of Nayanya, Inyechiwa woman. But we mean you no harm. Consider the consequence of your action and this years. I no run for Nigeria. Nandekano I go run. The whole Afari Bake with due respect for the good men and women. Is he up to Marere Street? And then you are on mic, you are bragging, you are jumping. Now we day your back. Oh. You go make that mistake, no worry. But then our people who are not considering what is going on now. Is it Congress? Yes, yeah, but the raping in Igbo land. Our land is under military occupation. This is the truth, a known fact. Almost in less than quarter of a kilometer, you have a checking point. Then people who supposedly are guiding our land are the ones who kidnap us. Why did you not come home? This mess happening in our land. Why can't World Igbo Congress go? For any non-Igbo community, there can no personal bodyguard to guard. You people don't know what is coming for all of you. It's not up to the capacity that can recruit. Not hooliganism. He has lost it. He's not a moral man. And World Igbo Congress should be ashamed of themselves. Take all the money. Give to Nnamdi Kanu. Boost his ego and morale. That media platform will not work. The only thing that will work here is the rebirth of Biafra. As pure nation as it is. That is the only thing that will work. The Yoruba must begin to chart the course that will enhance the development of their land in the nearest future. The Hausa, the Fulani at the same time. We must divide. We all know the truth. We are oil and water. We cannot be one. It's impossible. The colonial master are the one who has created this pendulum of chaos. And they installed it and put it in place. The more you try to control it, the more and of course, I will be going to Biafra land because some members of the Biafran Watchmen are actually on me. And so, in a nutshell, what to tell everyone is let's reconsider the consequence of our action. If I were to be called the jurisdiction to give account of my action, I will gladly defend myself. And you will see in the end, I will be discharged and acquitted. Because we have nothing to hide. Look at the whole judge. All this media attack against only me. Nothing against me. No wonder Jesus said, for the prince of the earth having loosed against me. The next thing that he said, he'd be fine. But I did shoe for God's sake. You remove me today. That night you publish my picture. Nnamdi Kanu remove me today. That same night, Chinas Angoru publish my picture. They now put Iruanya logo there, so I will say it's Iruanya. Of course, like I'm saying, I will be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is the Biafra Human Rights Radio, and of course, Radio Biafra Extra streaming live and direct. Of course, there is no one like our God. He is the confidence assurance why we do everything we do, because let man and God alone is truth. And of course, like I said earlier, some member of the Biafran Watchmen, don't think we are anything. These are a group of men of never again will anybody to sell out. Of course, they are standing. for our people, and I will give them that privilege. And then, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening from here in Biafra land. This is Aparawa Daniel Lusoro, reaching you from Cross River State. I bring greetings of our people, the marginalized ones and the watchmen around here, those who stand by the truth and those who have been called to this noble struggle to become checker of the excesses that would be going on or that has been going on in Biafra land. We are Republican in nature. No one is going to change us to Bambiala or change us to
Alamajiri. Alamajiri.
kind of people. Yes, never is it going to happen. Never, because we are watchmen and we will stand to uphold the ideas and the value that our fathers had left for us. I'm not here alone this evening as the justice. I am also with to chat with this very discussion tonight, and I will I will call on them to introduce themselves and where calling from, with your permission.
I'm standing by, and the platform is for you people. Go ahead. After all, that is what Biafra is supposed to be. Go ahead, please. I will get involved if you want me to. If you want me to stand by. And for our audience, before I stand by, for our audience, let me release the number for them so that while you are discussing, I can be bringing them in when necessary. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is, and then direct line 81221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. You're free to call in, and don't try to call my private line because I can't take your call from there this evening. Go ahead, my brother Mendia. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much once again, and good evening, Biafran from here. Mazi or Mr. Udowele, you introduce yourself properly and also say hello to Biafrans.
Oh, hello, Biafra. Biafra Watchmen, I am glad to be here. It's part of the process to make sure that our freedom is not stolen by the enemies, like the thief in the middle of the night. My name is Anselm Onyibe. I'm from Abatete in Omamba. I'm this wonderful family from South Africa, Johannesburg, where they call the City of Gold. And I'm glad that each and every one of us here knows what freedom is all about. It is all about sacrifice. It doesn't matter what it takes. But at the end, the truth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I also have Chuk. Okay, if you can hear me, Mazi Chukwudi, please go ahead.
Good evening, my fellow Biafras. All hey Biafra. My name is Chokudi Eric from Anoma province, based in Italy. I appreciate every member of Biafra Watchmen. We are praying for Biafrans, and we stand for justice of Biafrans. We will not allow anybody to turn us to slave. We are not going to keep quiet when some set of group of people try to oppose our freedom to us. We will not keep, and we must take our freedom by our own hand. And we agree on the mission of unity of our people for all Biafran group to come together and work as a team to make sure we achieve Biafra. It's not time for one man to be taking decision for everybody. You will sit down in one room deciding for people from Akwa Ibom. You sit down in one place deciding for people from Anyama, deciding for people from Izon, from Urobo land, from Igbo nation, only one man. No, enough is enough. This is the right time for every Biafran to and discuss way forward will be actualized. Biafra is not a family. Thank you, and God bless
Thank
you, my brother.
Thank you very much. So some of us who have been paying attention or all this while the world has been going on in the struggle and who are now that have been able to reach out to people. If we listen carefully or if we have been listening to see, people want to say something to be given voice. And where I come from, people want to say something. People want to be stakeholders of this very of struggle, the struggle of freedom. People don't just want to be told what to do, but they also want to contribute what they have because no man has monopoly of wisdom. No man has the monopoly of understanding and wisdom. People want it to be a collective thing. I remember when I went to Okrika some years back to interview some people. People have what to say concerning the issue of Biafra, and saying this, Mr. Chukwudi or Mazi Chukwudi, this is what you are pointing out this evening, that one person cannot decide the future of the millions of Biafran. And we are not. We also have someone here with us this evening, Mr. Victor. Please, I'd like you to also. Yeah, not Justice Omaze, those who hold this very assignment, those who have to stand by the truth and to die. Those who still have their manhood intact, their manhood has not. If you go to various states in parts of Biafra land, they are all there. And we have come out this for what you are doing to encourage you, just like what you are saying, that you can stand before the court of Biafra, court of justice to defend yourself. Nobody has convicted you. Nobody has convicted. The people of Biafra has not convicted you. It is only those who are still in ignorance, those who are in wickedness, and those that have lost their manhood that will be saying things that are in opposite to what you believe and to what you stand for. So be rest assured that the people of Biafra has not convicted you. You have nothing to prove to anybody rather than to continue to stand by the truth. Mazi Victor Akano, I don't know if you are still there. Mazi Victor, are you still there? Please introduce yourself to Biafra. Okay, when you get to us, when you are able to connect with us, you can come up. So I'll get back to Mazi Anselm. Mazi Anselm, I don't know this evening if you those things that you want to say to Biafrans, those things that you have, what we stand for, and why we are doing what we are doing. Please go ahead and talk to Biafra.
All right. Thank you very much, Malawaso. I'm bored to be in the midst. And once more, our priority is to defend what we have. It's been so many years. Journey of Biafra started. So many has gone. So many are still on the line. But the most here is that lies has been peddled in the course of this struggle. Is the dimension which the leadership has, and that is the reason why things fall apart. There is Igbo adage that says, aka nne ya anọghị ebe ọ na-atụ aka na nne ya ga-anụ ya. That is to simply means that a child that is crying and pointing hand, if the father is not there, the mother is there. We cannot finish anything without pointing hand as the root of our problem. What we are doing here today is not out of choice, it's out of force. We are forced to be in this situation. None of us choose to be Biafra watchmen. We find ourselves here. And the cause is IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because they refuse to listen, they refuse to do the right thing. That is why we are here. So we will talk everything we would like to talk about. And by the end of the day, we must mention the fact. The reason why there is fire is because those who are supposed to do the right thing are not doing it. For instance, they are meant to know that our brothers are our problem and our sisters are our problem. In his last series of acts, in the course of asking who to us, raise the issue of arrogance. You force people to take oath, and at the same time, divert people not to take the same oath. You force people to take oath, and at the same time, you cast them aside. Now, my question is, why force people to take that oath for the very first time if you know that the oath will not make you to trust them? Now, as Biafra watchmen, I will not like us to make the same mistakes of the past. We will learn from other people's mistakes. Our Dean Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu of blessed memory also made a mistake in the past of sidelining his own brother. If I must say, his specific enemies in place of his brother, who's supposed to be around him, advising him. It looks like a cost to our people that when we have the platform to decide what our thing will be like, advantage our disadvantage. It started from when we started fighting for as fighting for independence. After fighting for independence, knowing that the prime minister is the what state will look like. Instead of making use of the education he acquired for years, he forgot about building the United States as what then Abubakar Tafawa Balewa become the prime minister and he himself a ceremonial president. Before such thing happened, I remember according to the history of stories told that Awolowo told him that to never allow a black man to see. Therefore, he's referring to white people that should not be allowed to see. But he made that mistake, thinking that he's building a united Nigeria so that everyone will be fair. As I learned in the history that Nigeria supposed to have independence, but because as he were wanting to united Nigeria, he allowed, if not, he did that is not ready for independence. So he delayed the independence to 1960. When the Ghanaians had their own independence in 1957, the so-called speech that we should never allow the of their death, they should be used as the willing tools. He overheard them as advised by the British to the other to infiltrate the military and dominate as a form, the way they can be able to hold on to power, because the South is more educated than them. So the only way to dominate is the military. Zeke, as educated as he was, I see him as educated illiterate, as so many have become today. If you go to school and you fail to know what you're supposed to know, your illiteracy become a timid one, just like somebody who did not know anything at all. Somebody who never attended, and somebody who could not finish his school are not the same. Because you have a little knowledge, but you could not complete your knowledge. Or you completed your knowledge, you could not make use of knowledge. These are conflicting issues bordering intellectual aspect of life. So moving out from independence, we have was not the one who planned the key. Being elderly person. Those who planned the coup did not to destroy Nigeria. They planned the coup to save. As history was made to us, that the British landed that coup. And that news and the information, as they are in the control of media and telling how it happened. People of the South, knowledge of the plan of the British and of the North. So we are innocent. So when arguing to stop, it's also of trying to save the so-called Nigeria. The same mistake that the Zik made. He was advised of the people around him. And concentrate on unifying one Nigeria without building defense and protection. And the end of it was he has no defense. So what saving? After the death of it's subjected to the declaration of Biafra. For the declaration of Biafra was a plea of call, which Ojukwu struck. Does not bring peace. Prayer also made his own mistake. Their faith. I must be honest to myself. And respect any person you arrest today and has a follower, has got some either by love, by mere affection. That person who you put in jail and that effort will stop the issue of Biafra during the time of Ojukwu. I wouldn't like to go more deep into it. That happened and that has gone. That's it. I don't like to have what I learn from people's mistakes. After Ojukwu's mistake that made us not to be unified as much as we should be, because he make any friends with enemies and he make enemies with friends or brothers. Lead us to another scenario where we have somebody like Chuba Okadibo. Chuba Okadibo made the same mistake because before he was
Yes, of course. I think he's back now. Can you hear me? I will advise you to disengage and pull back. If we are still connected, you can disengage Brother Aslem, and then come back again.
I don't know. I think we've lost him, Mazi. So he has said quite a number of things there. You know, what the emphasis we want to make over what when we on things that has affairs that has to do with the people, we should be open-minded to be corrected or to be checked by the people. Because any mistake you make at the end of the day, when the question of Biafra is involved, you are definitely going to pay for it. You are definitely going to pay for it, and each and every one of us will suffer the consequences. So this is why we have to work with circumspect. This is why we should not give room for people to superimpose their personal ideas to monopolize the way we should get our freedom or the way Biafra people should be able to do their things. These are things that we are not going to accept this generation of Biafrans, because we are not just civilized. We hold our freedom very dear to us, that we are not ready to go through another expensive mistakes that is going to put us in days of subjugation and difficulties. This very program, to keep on sharing this very program, that's a responsibility that to, just like I've always emphasized, it is not about the individual, but at the end of the day, get resources if you can give yourself. We are here to this meeting, and we are here to speak to our people.
Yes, good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you.
Yes, my name is Victor Osondo Agwike Akano. In Biafra. I am participating in this program from Mozambique, Southern Africa. Yes, it's a pleasure and it's a great honor to be part of Biafra Watchmen. And actually, I've been very skeptical with IPOB for some years. That I'm the type of person that whatever I do with all my senses, and I don't leave my brains behind me like a zombie. And when you see a setup that does not give room for checkmating, and it's a very dangerous place. That's why the Biafran agitation has suffered such a setback. And coming to this platform, I personally I've been chipping in some things that I first got in contact with Mazi George Onyibe. Every now and then I chip. I wasn't getting the kind of response I was fed up actually, because that's not what I wanted. This is how Ojubu they tried, and we are not expecting of about of the people. So I mean, I'm like, is it what you're going to hand over to these children? Okay, you have your children out. You have your kids citizens of another country. That make you proud? Make me proud? No. back to Nigeria. They're all in Nigeria. And I say, go back to Biafra land and study. They're all studying in Biafra land. So it's not as if we enjoy being in diaspora. We enjoy being in other people's country. We need our country. We need that so that we can enjoy what the people we find ourselves in their country, what they are enjoying, how they enjoy. I mean, Mozambique is a very poor country. Mozambique is a very poor country. But where I'm telling you, people build huts with thatch, and they have electricity, and they have water. And we can be hanging around all over the place and living all our lives and happy that we are not in Nigeria. So that's we got sick and tired of those things. And please, I actually and seriously pray that people will start to get this. It's not about one person. It's Biafra is bigger than one race. Biafra is bigger than one state, not to talk of one individual. We are not here to run anybody down. We're not here to say anybody, but we are all. We need to deliver this project. We need to, the seriousness of what we are talking about. We don't have a country. Playing games with this, it's a good thing, and so I believe that with with our leader, Mazi George Onyibe, we should be doing different from and also giving room for collaboration and interaction. There are other groups out there like Daniel, like you mentioned. United groups need to be. Then collectively, this is like we all want Biafra. It's like a destination. And many people need to get to that destination. You can't just say everybody come and use, like for example, we're going to Lagos. You can't tell everybody to come and you must go through Onitsha. People can come from Kogi State, they can cross the Niger Bridge, people can come from Agbo, people can come from different directions, but at the end of the day, we all get to Lagos. So what we have been through, I believe from what we've started now, we wouldn't get to a point that people would be disappointed again and frustrated like what we've seen happen in IPAB. So my plea for all of us, and as we continue to spread this gospel, like I earlier said, some people are so difficult when you try to chip in how these things is going and where we find ourselves. Many of them don't comprehend it. But like, intelligently with my friends, reasonable friends, I got one of them. He's waiting for me after this. He's a pharmacist in Lagos. He said, I've given him some information. Just he's waiting for me to give him. By doing that outreach power, we will not let people get what we are talking about. And before we know it, we will spread. And people will come to realize that, oh, this is actually how this is supposed to have been done. And then we'll definitely get there. We need to deliver Biafra to our children. We need to deliver Biafra to our children. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm done.
No, thank you very much for that one. Thank you very much for that wonderful.
Are you still there?
whatever strategy you have, whatever means you have to get it, at the end of the day, we are going to pursue it. Like I said, when there are other people out there that are doing things in their own way, in their own form, in order to get Biafra, the LNC is there. A lot of people are there out of their own self. Out of their own volition, they came out to involve in this very struggle. It is very wrong when people are patriotic to their father nation. They have encouraged them, you want to malign them, and you want to destroy and tarnish their image. And it is something that is going to remain in their heart if there is no reconciliation, and it is something that they are going to pass to committee will continue. Victor, I want to use this opportunity to ask you, do you feel have disagreement with some people in the struggle?
Well, if anyone, I will how that person got what that person understands as the definition of a saboteur. So,
yes. What is the definition of a saboteur? We have Maz. We have please, I want you to come up and join the conversation this evening.
Thank you, my comrades. I really appreciate my brother, my two great brothers that speak. May God bless all of you, my people. My brother raised one issue. I just want to start from there. He's talking about the people who plan coup. Those people, he said those people mean good for Nigeria. They want to wipe away corruption in Nigeria. They want a better Nigeria. That's why they plan the coup. What we are doing here now, as a Biafra watchman, it don't mean any harm to Biafrans. We want a better Biafra. We want a better country. That's the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Because we discover that things are not right. Things are not going the way things are supposed to go. We need to come up with another dimension to make sure that we correct some things. We cannot correct it one day. It's a gradually process, but in a very good day, we will get it right. Because my grandmother raised me up. My grandmother, son, anytime you come across any try people telling you this person, this one is this person, this one is a criminal, this one is Ambroba. You say, watch that person very well. If you watch that person very well, you will discover that that person that is trying to bring other people down is the real experience on this journey. But that everybody under this platform called IPOB, they always come out with pain, disgrace, with shame, trying to destroy them. I choose not to be a part of them because I'm a full member of IPOB. I have served as an assistant mobilization officer here in Italy. But when they are accusing people like Catherine to Photoshop their head, turn them to pig, I don't support it. And many people was against me. Even when they are telling the Tony Naji, you have been carrying file up and down, I don't support it because I always support anything that will give us upper hand to get what you are looking for. Because all let's say people around me, you see this Biafra we are looking for, it's not an easy thing. Anybody who are trying to come up with something that will shake this Nigeria, to make Nigeria break, we must encourage them, not discourage them, not to tag them criminal. They are working for Janja, they are working for Saboteur, they have collected money. It's like we are the only good people. It's like we are the only decent. Other people are evil people.
No,
These are the
he's
things
Angelo Nandekano. Angelo Nandekano.
These
Black people, you think it is Angelo idiot nonsense, and yet they are to come in because we look at the IPOB modus operandum, so people will know how they function. Condemn everybody. You are chabotoa o domo no ke pofe. Please.
These are the areas I have discovered that is not going to help us.
Yes.
I was last year. I make one video. I told my people as a result, if Biafra come, are we going to kill these people? Are we going to chase them? Are we going to chase them away in Biafra land? And some of my people who are very close to me say, "You don't know what these people did." I said, "Look at we have somebody like Clifford Urania. Why are we trying to pull these people down to make them look like they are nothing in Biafra land?" They said, "Do you know what Clifford Urania did?" I said, "What is the offense of Clifford Urania?" And make them. And these people refuse to give me the genuine answer, which I are supposed to hear from them. I say, over my dead body, I will never accuse all of them. It's only one thing I say about Asare Tekubo, which when the people are making posts, say Asare Tekubo have a house in Cotonou. I just make one post. I ask him a question. I said, why? But at the end, I go back, I begin to rethink. I say, somebody like Asare Tekubo now, if this man have this kind of investment in Biafra land, government will seize it for him.
Yes.
I was regretting from that post. I said, no, this post, I'm very wrong. Look at what they're doing to. Over 5 years, Tompole was in exile. And you expect those kind of people to have investment in Biafra? No, I cannot. To have problem. These are the Biafrans supposed. This issue of Biafra is not one. Decide what happened in your house. You appoint coordinator in Akwa Ibom State. How do you get those information? Who give you the name of the coordinator you appoint? Because you don't know this person face to face.
No, buy food and go to Benjamin Madu. Then they promote you. Did you not see Josephine Erewa now that blackmailed me? She gave me $200 million. She has been promoted. So if you just come and cause George Onyibe, cause Uche Mefo, cause Dr. Kadu, cause Obide Bielu, better still, cause Iruanya, cause Owazurike, cause all the demon in Nandekano has created on ground already. And then you become holy. Ayakwazini Egu. Nonsense.
And I came to realize and discover that there is something wrong somewhere, and there is a cabal who are passing this information. Anybody they oppose to our leader, by then it's not my leader now. It's not my leader, their leader. Anybody that appoint to a leader, he will announce the person. I was asking myself a question: where is the African rep? Where is the deputy? And these are the issues Biafrans need to look into. Not that we maybe some people, okay, I'm very proud. proud if they call me saboteur, no problem. But I know that destroy people. In fact, since I was born, if I discover that you want to push people down, I will fight you. You will become my worst enemy. That you will too. You the heat because everybody around us is your for years is very wrong. To wake up and do the needful. We need to open our eyes. Something is wrong somewhere. We are not going to Sudan or Sokoto in Biafra. And that's Biafra land. We need to stand people and give our people those intimidation, oppressing people because you disagree. You don't want to, then give you order. It's very wrong. You disobey. And people want to come and make sure they treat you the way they like. These are the area the Biafrans need to wake up and focus on. We, the Biafra watchmen, we have come to correct so many things. And we must
Mazi
correct.
Chukwudi, Mazi Chukwudi, do you know that? I'm sorry to come in. I want to chip in something what you've just said now. The thing IPOB, because I said if you condone evil among you and you come out to pay lip service and tell people are condoning evil around you, it is either you are an yourself. Those are the two things. Either you are an hypocrite. Have various shares of stories. Some of these things are privileged information that are as a result of our service, as a result of work for freedom of things. That's why when people have their own story to tell, they have their own story of what we have been going through at the end. You begin to ask, what is the of this very initiative? I remember when in Biafran television, what is the reason? Can they tell you effectively what is the reason why the Biafra television is no longer working? Can they tell you why Biafra television is no longer working? I believe don't really like speaking, but at the end of the day, we find out that when these issues are so coward enough to confront these issues, to call it by its name, that it is wrong, and also to look for a way to fix it. They look for people to attack and they look for people to give names. I know how many calls that had come in. People have, what is happening? Why are you with Onyibe? What are you doing? And all of that. And I was like, so being in IPOB or being part of an organization restricts you from speaking the truth. What is it that have been said that is a lie? What is it that had been said that is a lie? That is what? Let them tell us the reason why even Akwa Ibom, as it is today, does not have a broadcasting system, does not have a transmitter, and people cannot access information.
They will tell you that George Onyibe sold it and eat the money. That is what they will tell you. Nnamdi Kanu is listening now. Those Yahoo recruit managed by China Sangoru in Kuwait. They say, George Onyibe eat the transmitter. How many transmitter did all of them are there? What okay foreign, okay Yahoo, Rabbi Charles here. What they were that we go and hey, we are not in Akwa Ibom. Hey, we are not. Since George Onyibe starts selling transmitter now, shame will not allow you to them to tell the world that we don't have transmitter. That Bright Chimezie was moving up and down. They were eating. We don't catch a Yibo man for backyard. This is how evil these people are. They will take one transmitter. Everywhere we are. Now they cannot know. He's the first to steal transmitter. Transmitter. Where is that transmitter money? There is a brother in South Africa. He gave me money to man transmitter. With no challenges we went to. I don't want to call the name of those who man. I discuss. In fact, the information I have is that that transmitter we mounted approximately about 170 or thereabout. Okay, foreign Yahoo or WhatsApp Poland with the Emperor and the Bright Chimezie, they mounted that same transmitter. In fact, they repaired that same transmitter with over 800,000. These people lie more than the devil. Because of them, Satan will be vindicated. It's unfortunate for them. I'm just looking at them. Yeah, Onyibe exposed season 1, as he the hot Onyibe exposed season 2. Where are all of them? Time to dance has not come. They've broken their leg already. There is no shame in the womb that gave birth to me. And it should be ashamed of himself. In fact, after this broadcast, I will working again, because in my own case, the Yahoo now the canon has been brought to nothing. Even before the Abeno, I will publish it. They are now telling them that you are therefore be removed and can amalgamate. You will not talk anything. You will walk away like that. I thought you Taruchuku. We went PT. When we got there, me to Enugu. From Enugu, he sent me to Delta. Of course, I started the journey from Imo State. Moved to Delta. Spent like 2 days in Delta. I moved to Enugu. I spent like 4 days in Enugu. I was putting on the same cloth. Late Chimaobi Okafor. Smelling already. I and said one of our media and look at my condition. IPOB will give you 100,000. All the chat of this thing and tell you all of them are there. I was smelling dirty almost 2 weeks with one cloth. Chimaobi Okafor called a boutique in Enugu there. They gave me a new cloth. That cloth is still in my hanger. It's a souvenir to remember good men and women who gave everything for this struggle. Today, IPOB have destroyed them. And then on my way back from that trip, without seeing my family, now they cannot call me. Where are you? I say, I'm on my way back. He said, you have to go to Aruchuku. No, you have to go to Aruchuku. I said, boy, I'm just leaving Enugu now. He said, okay, it's very important. It's very important. And I looked at it. I'm a reverend. He knows. In as much as I will not allow anybody to violate my conscience, we commune with the Creator. Because in the end, some things, they are more than what we can control. And then we yield. Not we yield in order to compromise our standard. No way. So there can be peace. I called the CSO of Iguacha then. His name is Enemy. Justice. Now the Kano say people should take me to Aruchuku. They chat people with thunder go fire too plenty, they never know. That move you took me gone there around 12 night. Motorcycle and carry me inside. Over 1,000 people there. They leave the people. Then they took me into the forest. Another location. I lick iron with fresh blood. They gave me alligator pepper to chew. palm wine swimming with maggot. And they say, swear the juju. And I said, juju. Where I come from, Abo, we have a Bentu, we have a Kemoho, we have a Bayumode, so on and so forth. But so these people can trust me. I follow them down here. Now, so they buy your mouth. If that is why they brought me here, you will kill them. If why they brought me here is so when they sell our people, begin to misbehave. But I know in this journey, people may die. I know in this journey, things can go wrong. Naturally. If that happens, help all of us. But if I turn back and say, let me say these people, kill me. If they do evil, I cover it, kill me. The two people I mentioned, including the owner of the shrine, they know. And so if God is a liar, then let justice cut off with me. God is not a liar. Now, he now change the Aruchuku. He now prepare a group of people. I always say in my broadcast that if we fall and that we are fighting war now, if I turn you a Biafra who did not go to Aruchuku, I will shoot you. People don't understand what I was saying. Because now they kind of have divided us already. The one who didn't go to Aruchuku have been to Aruchuku, they don't want to die. God is not mock. Whatever a man soweth, he reap. Who died being loyal to Nnamdi Kanu is still crying. He cannot urinate or desiccate on the grave of people who died. So far. Now, as this is not Abenokpabi again. Ritualists everywhere. Everywhere. You want to the next generation, and then my friend is a saboteur. It is a saboteur. We are writing the name to people's name. I'm summoning your name now. I told you, stop this thing you are doing to our people. When we say this, people don't understand. Yes, I do. It's called emergency meeting. We have sealed, delivered, and documented. Judge Onyibe, you are the basket mouth, or you are run your mouth on radio. I say, sir, have you considered the consequence of this your action to our people? Is that are you saying they will not obey? I have not said so, sir. I only ask, have you considered their action? He said, then go ahead and do what I tell you to do. He said, you know, he's a supreme leader. Since that time, I become Sabo. Today now, most of you don't have the guts to ask him, where is the seal delivered and documented? Atiku money really touch many hands. Atiku money touch many hands. Delivered, documented, we have to do that. Most of you don't. I'll go to radio when I'm broadcasting. They call me, hey, Judge Onyibe, curse Yoruba. Today they are painting me that I hate Yoruba. Then the next one, Chinas will call, curse Hausa. And then the next one, Nnamdi Kanu will come, curse Yoruba, curse Fulani. And then it was just a way to get the attention of the people. Now we have the attention. What else? You are blackmailing us now. We got to a stage, then tell me, say, hey, I curse Fulani. I come to Ajabu Kimofo Nyanya Piamane. Here, Upo, you are more, and you are zong, and then people don't know what we went through for protect, and you still come on up. That is your call of your mind. We are your doom. Don't back. But then we must create that will enable us to. You allow one man to mesmerize all of us. It looks as if it's a culture. If it will be better. but God forbid. And when Mazi Uchime for brokers, they say, who have bewitched you people? Somebody called me and tell me, are you on drug? I'm still thinking about the word to give to you. You will have stroke when I will respond to you. I told her, I say, you break my heart. But then considering what we went through, I've not started though. That Ngwaman, China Sanworu, the M Mustafa of Biafra land. I'm waiting for all of them. When you hear what people say, I can't even afford to listen to what they say. To your own people. Judge Onyibe ọkwa gị nwa anyị na-eche ka iwepụta ụkwụ gị anyị ga-ama gị ụdọ. China Sanworu sị na wa na-eche m yala Nnamdi Kanu na-eche m ka m wepụta ụkwụ m na wa ga-ama m ụdọ. Igwe milie mụ haye igwe m ga-alụkwa di m haye n'enu aka anyị nọ haye igwe m ga-amụkwa nwa m haye n'enu. Let devil. You see, don't worry. There is a fire quiet. In diaspora, my father, anything you like, do it. But that thing after to me, it should be the ultimate sacrifice. Nobody. Language have changed. Look at them. Look at them. Who are people? If I call upon Nigerian government now to begin to look at into some of these organizations, look as if we are calling. Because you people, you are not setting your priority right. You think it's about the SCN. But these are people who just died. Come and issue press communique. Why don't you condemn Nigerian army for killing that woman in Olo? Why don't you condemn the constant attack on the people of Olo today? It's about the group. This thing you people are looking at. To give person gun na one thing, to collect another thing. Oh, in case you don't know. I stop here, my brother. Go ahead.
Fazi, you said a lot. You said a lot. We are called saboteurs because we are patriotic to we are. I told someone some time ago that it is Akwa Ibom first before Biafra. It is Akwa Ibom. It is my people first before you talk about, because there would be if Biafra comes today and Akwa Ibom people are not there, it doesn't really make any sense to me. So if my people are going to be part of it, then there must be mutual respect. There must be understanding. We should be seen as a fair shareholder of this very patriotism. So a lot of things that had cabals building up, and blind eyes to these things. They have used people. It been used hatchet jobs, that there's so many things that are unholy. If the fire is struggle to people have just been wasting their time. The money they had, and money people. We false hope. that Biafra is coming next year, that Biafra is coming this year, that Biafra is coming this. We have been victims. Even I talking to you, I've been a victim to it. People are coming out now, right now on Facebook saying, I have to say those things, that what is it I have to say, that I should say it. And I'm so glad that I have not been tagged with saboteur yet. But they want to hear things that is going on. It is not about what I have to say. The things you are seeing, is it appropriate to you? Is it right to you? Is it right to you? One of the contributors this evening said, when you participate in something, you don't leave your brain at home and go on a journey. You should be able to carry your senses along with you and go on this very journey. So many people that are in here, you are there because you want friendship. You want people to hail you. You want people to clap hands for you. But at the end of the day, you'll find out that you have not only wasted your time, you have ended up as a disappointment to your own people. Was saying, look, you don't have to fight IPOB. IPOB is a big organization. You will not win. It's not about winning. It's about your conscience. It's about your conscience. That at the end of the day, you'll be able to tell your child boldly that, look, this is what was going on, and I was among evil will continue to prevail when good people fail to speak. When people fail to speak. So if it is by what I'm saying, they are going to readjust, that they are issues. I attempt to free our people from the subjugation that we are right now, because the real enemy and it's the same kind of slavery that is going on. How do you get comfortable when people are working with you and they have no minds of their own? How do you feel? How comfortable you people work with you? They have no minds of their own. You can tell every one of us in this struggle can tell what would have become of IPOB if Uchemefo had not stood his ground. Today, you wouldn't have been there talking about the ESN and no ESN and whatever, Orochukwu and no Orochukwu, if Uchimefo had not been there. Because the real enemies wanted to bastardize everything. But at the end of the day, you find out that whatever mistakes and whatever thing that had been done, we have come to correct it. We have come to speak against it. We have come to say that, look, the same person yesterday is coming out to tell you that what I've been doing had not been all true, had not been proper, that this is what is going on. And because your mind had been trained to think in a certain way, you start going after these people. I call on my very own people, listeners, wherever you are, to rise up and do the needful. This is not an attempt from me, Mazi or Parawa Daniel Utsoro, for you to hate anybody. I am not calling you to venture into the journey the gods to call a spade at the end of the day. That we will not lose our values. We want to look good in the eyes of people. If Biafra that we are in this tempo, this attitude, we're not going to fight and as the day. I don't want to say much this evening because there are some people who are still standing by. Mazi Chukwudi, I will to please come up.
God bless you. I really appreciate the conversation. We need to work hard to make sure that we make everything correct for our people. We need to do things right for our people. We need to correct any mistake. We are not against anybody. We are not fighting anybody. Our mission to stand against injustice. Our mission is to give our people a platform to speak up. Our mission to stand against those oppressors who are oppressing our people. Because I cannot be a family when I cannot have a say. I don't have anything to talk. I don't have anything to say. Anything I hear on the radio is the final. I cannot ask question. When you ask question, they will come after you. Even the zoo I condemn is better. I condemn is better than us because I would tweeting. Where is the Oshobanjo? People are dying. Oshobanjo keep quiet. Where is Oshobanjo? Things are not right. Uchemefo, what make Uchemefo not to the same in Nigerian government? It's the same thing we are facing in IPU. It's the same thing we are facing in struggle. That shows that if Biafra come today, Nigeria will be better than Biafra. We are not against anybody, but we must tell people the truth. If you are afraid to speak up, me, I am dead. I must tell my people the reality because I used to tell people if I am robber, you were when you are among your fellow armed robber, tell your fellow armed robber the truth so that when it should happen, they will know how to defend you. If you're a witch, when you go to Kobu, let the witch people, you are following witches, tell them the truth. Any area you are, even though say you be Ashawo, when you are among the Ashawo, let the Ashawo open up, tell the Ashawo people the truth, so that when issue come up, your fellow Ashawo will defend you. Because why? You open up to them. But when you are doing things underground, trying to play with everybody intelligence, my dear, you are not going anywhere. It's not going to help you. You can only play that intelligence for just a little time. But I promise you, a day will come, people will know the real truth and people will wake up. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Let me rest my case here because our brother, he need to conclude. We must stand by.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Please, Mazi Anselum, please, are you still there? Please, I would like you to join us.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for what happened. Along the line, I lost. Okay. Well, thank God I'm back. I was almost about to report something there concerning what we are facing today. Today did not start today. In our Igbo language, did not start today. It was there before. And we want to, if not end it, we want to see if we cannot end it. Let us amend amendment. From at when I say Ekueme, and it fall on top. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan also become a patriotic Nigerian who lost his fatherland, Nigeria, and start building. We are nation builders. They start building. They sweep him aside, and Buhari now enters and turn everything upside down as it's supposed to be. You see, now we find out that all our people who were supposed to fight for the interests of their people first, like the American president, former American president Donald Trump said, America first. Our people supposed to say our own people first, in as much as you know, before you build a nation, because charity begins at home. You cannot scare your people away. Those who think that example of it is former governor of Anambra State, who lasted only after he was beaten by Emeka for them. When he was by these people are not even important. And the most popular governor who his period of terms in Anambra State without security, because the people were his security. He could be able to come out and walk around the. Nobody's threatening him. He was not being threatened. He was very safe. And then we know him as the people's governor. So, in this scenario of IPOB today, which was the reason why we are here as Biafra watchmen, the same mistake has been made, either intentionally or by mistake. We are facing the same problem where those who work so hard has been cast aside, called names, demoralized, and further humiliated. The plan is not only to humiliate and demonize them, but to eliminate them. Some of us who were supposed to be speaking are not speaking because they were afraid of dying. But at the end of the day, one thing I said to everyone, Dibia, you that want to kill somebody, are you sure you'll be alive to execute your plans? So stop from speaking of for the was my mandate on earth is to defend the defenseless, to protect the truth, and to defend justice in all my life. And that is what I am. I'm not doing it out of will. I am doing it as a mandate. And I expect every other person what your destiny is and follow it. And most importantly, do not allow it to come to you before you speak up. Call a spade a spade. Defend the defenseless, and do not allow the struggle that we have suffered for, that many has died for, to be sold out by one man who portray himself as the Lord. Lord of all. My father used to say those days, remember, and always be aware. When they call you Lord, you think you are God. When they call you God, you feel you are Messiah. When they call you Messiah, you think you are the Savior. All those names does not belong to you. For the God we serve is a jealous God. He cannot share his glory with any man. I never forget these words and the speech of Adolfus Hitler at the course of the Second World War. He said, "The world will serve me, serve God in heaven, unless I will turn off my machine gun and annihilate the earth." Hearing this speech alone defines the of this product Adolfus Hitler. Automatically, he wants to, we must serve. And I compare cast made by one man whom words will be defined. He said, "I have the followers of over 2 million men. I have the powers to decide who lives and who dies." From the heart of heart, I know it's only God who decides who lives and who dies. And even at that, God did not, have never taken someone's life. When it comes to take your life, he seeks that person. He either persuade you to agree or the devil frustrates you to succumb. I repeat, God himself who created us never take our lives at will. And you follow him happily. Or devil himself, when he torment you to submission, and you will give up by yourself. God, who created us, takes our life, our own consent. How much more are we to decide? May those who put us in this situation of until Biafra is restored. I don't want to go too far from here because there is a lot we discuss. Our goal is for our Lord and never to allow who died, those who suffered, and those who are still ever go in vain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much for that very contribution this evening. Come out here to speak and to the listeners wherever they are this very evening. We pray that God will continue to bless us and give us the true ways. Truth is life, and the moment we lose the ability to speak the truth, we start dying. And I pray a day will never come when we will lose the ability. Thank you to those who came in to join this chat this evening. For that God will continue to bless and to keep each and every one of us. That at the end of the day, that we all in for. Are coming some other time. We are expecting that other people pro-Biafran group that will be able to join us to unify our people in truth, in honesty, and that at the end of the day, the nation will be praised and man. Justice, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you who were able to make it through this evening. And what do I say? Watch is going on around our land. We have to point out the concept. We have found ourselves on a crossroad. Where we will turn to, we need to decide. And then we can the errors of the past to repeat itself in a time like this. And of course, my apology to take your call this evening. We'll continue from where we stop in our next program. But in case you think you have a better way to do it, go ahead. That thing you think is the right thing to do to the next generation, do it. We are watching. We go nowhere. We die here. And of course, I want to appreciate both men and women out there who have been able to stand up and look at this monster in the face and say, no, it can't be this way. It cannot be this way. Mazeme, for over the years, called on these people. What are we doing? What exactly are we doing? Now maybe the first class mugu. I go to look these people. But it's just that I like to study the intention of people's mind. You can't impress me, but I study the mindset. Sometimes they say the road to hell is paved with genuine intention. Ignorant, God overlook. I check the intention behind the artist. Dog eat dog. Dog eat dog. Those of you who know China's on crypto, his son, bro, issue fine boy where today, bro. Give fine boy moto, bro. I know they help you. Falling in Nandekano is the one leaking in Nandekano Nyash. We can't be like China Samuru. He's the one destroying all of us. I will sit and be watching him. He said, do you know Nenayanya Anthony Zurumike, our boyfriend and girlfriend, they are in Germany. That is why now he's moving it to Tel Aviv, Israel. Why is the one in Israel not working again? You people have so much to tell Biafrans and you will not hide. Bring out my blackmail because your own is coming. Bro, how far, bro? Now so you bro, you destroyed John Paul Madu Abuchi. And he was following you, bro. Why are you people like this? You destroy him until now the Kano don't know how to do it again. He jump on radio. Yes, I removed Lagos State Coordinator because he couldn't anticipate the bombing of Lagos. All of you calling yourself intelligent, you were all there. You couldn't advise him. And I wrote to the DOS in my own illiterate way and say, if I'm correct, if Advanced Learner Dictionary has not changed, we are not prophet. Of course, I just shared the new Career Freedom Fighter new application form. To fighter now. I said the last time I checked, we are not prophet. We are not hired as prophet to prophesy. How could IPOB possibly remove John Paul Madu Abuchi? The next broke mic owns the mic. And then he said, hey, there are city. I personally copied or audited update of every transaction in Lagos State TCS. He forwarded it to, I forwarded to DOS. But of course, we know to Aburu is here. You have been marked out for blackmail and demonized. Nothing doing this to ourselves. We have so much to talk. And if you think we are in a hurry, you are joking. Of course, there are new pattern of recruits. We are sampling all of them. We will bring them up. Yeah, don't talk to them. Don't talk now so that they see how dirty you are. Then Nanya spend time destroying everybody, harassing me up and down. Look at you now. Eh? But you and Tony Zulumike know I'm saying the truth. But you people are grown-up people. It doesn't concern me. But when you are pointing one finger to somebody, you don't know the rest are pointing to you. You went to Plateau State woman leader. You almost destroyed their marriage because you want to get to me. A woman I can't even recognize if I see her on the way. But look at your own. I just did look on her. I just did look on her. But it's not about you. It is about saving the next generation. Because if you go on Facebook now, you will see the level of damage Nnamdi Kanu and the gangster called DOS IPOB has reduced the mindset of our people. And some of you see the poster. Oh, monkey. Most of the people IPOB have succeeded in destroying their brain are the people who reason that way. I have to go down to see clearly. This is what Apostle Paul when he have all things to all men that Christ may be one. I will become everything until you see the. We think we are naive. We think we are ignorant. We just need to come down from our high horses and allow one man take the lead for the betterment of everybody. And then when you think you are God, we listen to the test. And of course, I don't expect you to understand. You will at the right time. I want to thank Mazime for this child of second. I want to Mazio Bide. The last discussion we have with Nnamdi Kanu, he was setting us up. And I remember the advice Obidi gave. What happened? Somebody wrote a petition against me that I'm eating money from Nasarawa State. Kenneth Ogani is the northern rep. I have never crossed or contacted any coordinator without following due process. The very code of conduct that was re-edited and some clause added to it to victimize me and Uche Mefo and ultimately empower Hitler Kano was written by me in 2015. Go and ask Chidebe Rongudiwe. Until in 2017, I issued another memorandum of understanding to guide our people. Today they are telling you carry innocent people and put in the conflict resolution committee and still headed by the same criminals who were the problem in the first place. Those who are blackmailing me, I jump up and talk that, oh, leader is doing the right thing now, supposedly. Remove him today on air as directed by Chike Dozem, as instructed by his supremacy, the God of heaven and earth, Onyishindi Biafra. Now the Kanu came on air and promoted the guy to northern rep. They're making fool of me. I'm looking at them. The same person who blackmailed me, the same person. Now the Kanu told, those people told me. I don't know. I'm talking because some of you who are still hiding, thinking you're okay, I don't want problem. Guy, you will have to one day come up. Let's hope it will not be too late. That's how I say, how do we get Biafra? How do we get and the Kano is back? Obidi told him, this thing you are doing, it will fall on all of us. And we can't allow such. I won't remember the cry and appeal of Dr. Kado. I don't think I've talked to Dr. Kado throughout the time we are in the DOS. I've not spoke with him. I can only see a man so determined to make the truth prevail. He keeps saying what he wants, what he thinks should be done. And some people even treat him as if he don't have sense. But he's a doctor. But he keep hitting at the nail. I learned a great deal of patience from them. Resilient, commencement. They don't give up. We know everything that happened before they happen. But the thing there is, they were predictable. And it's very pathetic. They were predictable. They didn't know. I know everything they want to do. Everything they will do the next minute. I know. Predictable. And in their mind, they are very smart people. People like Bright Chimezie. People like Benjamin Madubugu. We call it Nanekana. We have to remove George Onyibe. Nanekana is that we announce it. I will remove it. I would as if I never existed. But that moved me without mentioning my name. Before that, you gave a parable in Igbo. This thing, you don't know what you are causing. Don't worry. Hunji bundum chin. Hunji ra kune yugo ya kone mugo ika fiam mpese. Hunji almost 4 years. Ara hene mona. Aju eno ara hene mona makufili ika fiam mpese. I will stop here. Men and women who were dehumanized, demonized. And to what end? To what end? And so for all those of you who is supporting evil, don't forget there is consequence. So everything I have done in my life, I always seal it with one thought. And that if I should close my eye in death, I should be able to stand before the Creator and tell him, I did everything I did because it is the right thing to do. And he knows. That is why he has not allowed any battle to conquer me in life. This will not be the first. But one day, with the content of our character and our action is truly reviewed, you will understand the kind of honorable men you have worked with. What do? I will sign off from here and say good night and God bless us. My brothers who join me will go nowhere.
Key